Yes, all right. Welcome back to Kosi's Arsenal podcast. My name is Kosi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching from. I have a couple of stories to discuss this early morning, of course, around Arsenal, and I'm going to be getting straight into it because yesterday I didn't give you any updates. So today I have a compilation of so many stories, and I promise just in 10 minutes we shall be through with all this. So Kieran Tierney's new contract is one of the things we're going to be discussing, as well as Mohamed Elneny's new contract. I just can't believe it. But I'm going to be talking about that. Smith Rowe is injured with under 21s. You remember Bukayo Saka also picked up an injury on international duty. I just don't know what's going on with international duty now. And Martin Odegaard has apparently told his friends something about his future at Arsenal. That and more. Of course, Arsenal being back in training is one of the other stories that we have to talk about ahead of the Liverpool clash. So we're going to be discussing those stories and more. If you feel like you want to support me, do this. Smash the like button, people. Please do smash the like button. If you're new to the channel and you've not subscribed, make it a habit. Whenever you come to the channel and you see you've not subscribed, please do subscribe. If you have not smashed the like button, that's the first thing you have to do. Smash the like button. It really means a lot. Now I want to drive your attention to two things. One is Kosi 90 Mo, my YouTube channel, where I discuss more of the other clubs around Europe, and especially in the top 5 leagues. So we have opened it. Link is in the title. You can see link is in the title. 90 more. Go go over there, subscribe. I've already done a video about Kun Aguero, and more videos are going to come your way there. Of course, I've also opened up a Patreon where you can actually support me and watch more of the content there. If you do not really want to watch on YouTube, you can watch on Patreon now. Or if you want to just listen, get your headphones and listen to my content, then you can actually use Patreon, because I'm going to be uploading audio and video there. So the stories are going to be in audio version and in video version. The only difference at Patreon is that you'll have to pay around $10 per month to access that, and I think that is okay. If you feel okay, you can pay 10, 20 and above to watch the content, and I really do appreciate. So the link is in the description. Head over to the Patreon to Patreon and watch there. Remember to subscribe, like and share, and of course if you want a shout out, please do comment. I'll be giving a shout out in every video to someone who comments. A shout out. And the shout out today, of course, I'll be giving shout outs to 10 people. So the 10 people who comment on the previous video will actually get a shout out. And the people I want to give a shout out in this video is Mogume Bernard. Thank you so much. Moses Sally. Thank you so much for watching the videos, and a couple of other people. So today I've gone with Moses Sally and Mogume Bernard, but I'm going to be watching more and more of your comments, replying them, and I'm going to be giving out shout outs. So all you have to do is comment with anything. I'll be giving questions in these videos, and then you guys will be able to do what? Will be able to comment, and I'll give you a shout out if you want to get a shout out on this on the channel, on the podcast. So let us get down in the content, because I've talked much about myself and the channels and so on. But don't forget to subscribe to 90 more. Match content is coming out, there, match previews and transfer letters. So let me begin with Kieran Tierney, because Arsenal have been advised to get Kieran Tierney a new contract. That is according to Charles Watts. He's been talking about this story all over, and he said that one of the problems Arsenal have is the way we do our transfer business, and you couldn't agree less. Kieran Tierney has 3 years left on his contract, and he's been I don't know, ecstatic. He's been so improved as a player this season. You've got to tie him down to a new contract. There are so many clubs eyeing him right now. Of course, we know the shortage of I don't want to believe there's a shortage of left backs in the world, but there's a shortage because you're not going to sign. You're not going to go down there and sign. Alonso. From Bayern. You're not going to sign him. I think he's a Bayern player for life. and the truth is, if Madrid, if Manchester United, if Manchester City want to get a right back, they're going to be looking at Kieran Tierney. We need to tie him down on a longer contract. So if you agree with me on that, just put it in the comment box. If you think Kieran Tierney should actually get a longer term contract, he has 3 years left on his contract until 2024. But I think for me, this is the time, because if you don't tie him down to a longer contract now, he's going to go down in the next summer and he's going to be left with 2 years. That makes it even harder. It puts you in an awkward situation, and it leads to the situations where we've seen Arsenal let go of important players on a free transfer, the likes of Aaron Ramsey, the likes of Mesut Ozil and the others, because our transfer, our policy when it comes to handling new deals is actually sucking. So I think what we need to do, tie Kieran Tierney to a new contract, even if you add just add 2 years, and then make him just make it 5 years. It's enough. I'll appreciate, but we need to give him another long contract. Emile Smith Rowe is injured. What's going on? Bukayo Saka is injured. Emile Smith Rowe injured. I'll come up with an injury update around Arsenal and I'll ahead of the Liverpool game, and I'll try to broaden things, but it doesn't look so good. Smith Rowe is injured. For me, he's one of those players that I want to have either on the bench or on the starting lineup, or on the starting 11 for Mikel Arteta, because what he gives you is so different from what other players give you. He gives you that ability to stretch play when he's not actually a winger, but to stretch play on the field, to the right, to the left. He's a very good number 10. We've seen him. His versatility around that, midfield area, Arsenal needs it a lot. And of course, if you don't have Smith Rowe, that means you're going to play Odegaard, Pepe, Saka, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang or Willian on either wings. And I think what Smith Rowe gives you is that extra man, that extra number in the midfield, that extra, extra player in the midfield. And I think he needs to get better very, very soon, because we actually need him as soon as possible. So he's injured, and let us see what the scans will actually be telling us. But I hope it's not something big. Allow me to say this. It's a sad story. Lucas Torreira actually lost his mother to COVID-19 down in Uruguay. That story has been circulating, and of course, all we can say from the Arsenal community is stay strong, Lucas Torreira. Stay strong, Lucas. We are with you. The Arsenal community is with you, and please stay strong there. In that regard, of course, in terms of sad news, allow me to also pay my respects to Gunnar Cloud. He passed on, and I did a video about him, so I don't want to speak much about him, because the clouds and the banters say this should actually be very, very handled very sensitively, and so on. So my respects to Gunnar Cloud, and may his soul rest in eternal peace. Okay, let's talk about Martin Ødegaard now, because that is the story about. This is what this video is about. Martin Ødegaard to Arsenal. Now, the source of this story is The Express. I put a link in the description if you want to read the story for yourself. What they are saying is Martin Ødegaard has apparently told one of his friends that he is comfortable, settled, and he would like to stay at Arsenal and at the Emirates Stadium. Now, this has actually blown up stories like, will Arsenal be able to match the £50 million Real Madrid won? Now, I don't know whether you get where I'm coming from and where I'm going. I'm heading to. Yesterday but one, because yesterday I was not here, we were talking about how Real Madrid will not let Martin Ødegaard leave Arsenal. And of course, all of you still remember when I was saying that if we do not get him, then for me, I would prefer to get Arsenal to get us either Paulo Dybala or a player of that sort. Now they're saying Martin Ødegaard is comfortable at Arsenal. He wants to stay at the Emirates Stadium. The question is, can he? Yeah, and that's a very, very big question. Can he actually make Real Madrid listen that I want to stay at Arsenal? Because I think he's a player with a big future, very, very big future, very talented. I don't want Nabil Fekir. I don't want Paulo Dybala. I don't want nobody else. I want Martin Odegaard. I've said that and I'll say it again. I'll just reinforce it. He's the player Arsenal need. Sorry for that. He's the player Arsenal need, and there are no two ways about it. There are no two ways about it. Arsenal need to sign Martin Odegaard in the shortest time possible. So he's apparently told his friend, according to the Express, and I'm going to share that link, but I don't trust the Express 100%. They have done some credible stories. They have also done some fake stories. So, but they're saying he's apparently told his friends he wants to stay at the Emirates Stadium, and that is a story I want to come true. 50 million, even if we sign one player in the summer, Martin Odegaard, it's okay. It's okay. I don't care. We can deal with the rest in January and the coming summers, but we need to get the Martin Odegaard deal done. Get me? The other story that is apparently overwhelming to me is Mohamed Elneny's agent says his client's going to get a new contract at Arsenal. Look, it's a story I want to believe. It's a story I want to believe is true. It's a story that, yeah, it can be true, but I'm still looking at the reasons behind us giving Mohamed Elneny a new contract. They're not there. I mean, there's no reason as to why we would give Mohamed Elneny a new contract. Are there? I'm not really sure. Someone should actually tell me in the comment section if you feel Mohamed Elneny should actually get a new contract at Arsenal. That is it. That is it for now. So those are the stories. If you have joined late on the premiere, and if you have actually not watched what I've been talking about, let me just summarize for you. Kieran Tierney new contract situation to be discussed around Arsenal. Smith Rowe is injured with on international duty. Saka is injured as well. Mohamed Elneny to get a new contract. Lucas Torreira loses his mother, and finally Martin Odegaard tells his friends he wants to join Arsenal. He wants to stay at Arsenal permanently, not to go back to Real Madrid. I'm heading over to 90 Mall to discuss Ibrahima Konate and the situation with him, around him and Liverpool. Of course, many stories indicating that it's a done deal. He has done his medicals. He has passed his medicals. He's going to be joining Liverpool on a permanent basis. Of course, Fabrizio Romano did confirm that Liverpool will have to pay 40 million pounds, which is the release clause, fee of Ibrahima Konate, and Leipzig are not willing to actually reduce, on that amount. Of course, it's going to be quite awkward and weird for Leipzig if they lose a centre-back partnership. It's going to be, and for me, there is no way they're going to actually retain them. Liverpool, if they want Konate to play with Virgil van Dijk, they're going to take him. Bayern have already taken Dutch Upamecano. It looks like Leipzig are going to be in quite a very awkward situation. That and more. Click on the title, that word 90 more, that channel 90 more. You're going to watch that and more there. Of course, there will be Arsenal content there. There'll be Arsenal content. Head over to my Patreon and don't forget to subscribe to my Patreon. Just $10 per month. That is that's quite very low. $10 per month. It's going to be, you're going to have content in audio, content in video, and you're going to have written content there. I'll try to pick the best stories, and I'll try to put them there so that you guys can actually pick them, and I'll try to give you much of the live streams there on Patreon as it grows. For now, I sign out.